Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time, we finished Haystrom and managed to convince Tali to join us. It only took 2 tries to convince her, but we did it. And this time, well, actually we have enough things to do.
Lane has asked to speak with you when you have a moment, Shepard.
That this is probably going to be a ship mission. Well, first of all, do we have any unread messages? Oh, a lot. From Elkos Mail Routing. It could happen to you! Adrel lay in the ocean, dying from Kepral syndrome, and had a dream. In his dream, the Enkindlers came to him and charted the course of his life. Adrel saw the wakes and eddies, and saw that sometimes the Enkindlers swam alongside him, limbs raking the water, while other times he was alone. Adrel saw that the times he was alone were the hardest times in his life. He asked the Enkindlers, "Why was this one abandoned?" The Enkindlers answered, their light shining brightly, "You were never abandoned. In those difficult times in your life, it was our bodies that bore you through the water." The Drell awoke and found his Kepral syndrome cured. If you follow the light of the Enkindlers, it can happen to you. Where the Enkindlers go, we shall follow, and where their light is the sun, we shall be the stars around them. Send this message to 6 beings of your acquaintance, and your greatest wish shall come true. Oh no, it's more spam. A pyramid scheme spam for that matter. Okay, next, from Chorban. I hope this address still works. I promised to send you intel on the Keepers if I found anything, and this is important. See those scans you took? It turns out the Keepers are bioengineered, and based on my comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago, by the same people who made Sovereign. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests that the Citadel wasn't really made by the Protheans. It may have been made by something far older, with the Keepers as organic guardians. And what's more, based on my genetic readings, they're supposed to react to something, some signal or something, about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to see the drought years. Whoever did this, well, around the last time the signal went off would be around the time the Protheans disappeared. It is scheduled to go off sometime around now. If any of the old tech still works, they could have some nasty surprises waiting for us. Just thought you'd want to know? Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. Chorban. Well, at least one person around here understands what the Reapers are, and how the Keepers connect to that. We're not the only ones who know that on the Citadel, apparently. So at least that's something. Transfer request approved from Admiralty Board, Migrant Fleet. Commander Shepard, per Tali Zora Wasnima's request included with her data delivery from Haystrom, the Admiralty Board has approved her transfer to your command. She has been informed that additional duties to the Migrant Fleet may still be necessary on occasion, but has been given extended leeway to determine when her mission with you is considered complete. The choice was hers, but your role as de facto captain during her pilgrimage may have caused her to be more susceptible to your requests. The Admiralty Board trusts that you will treat your new crew member with the respect due an honored member of the fleet. Should any harm come to her due to negligence on your part, this board will take severe and appropriate action. Admirals Rail Zora, Migrant Fleet Admiralty Board. Well, so it's a letter from her dad. Great. But it's good to know that the Admiralty Board does not have objections, considering that this is sort of a Cerberus ship. You changed my life. From Jared. Greetings, Commander Shepard. The Art Sony gave me your contact information. I was one of the cleaning crew in the Dantius Towers. You helped me get out of there. According to the Sony, you also found Thane. He took down some of the Eclipse mercs trying to get us down, and I wondered if you could pass along my thanks. The way he moved. One was dead before they even knew he was there. He snapped another's neck, then shot a third, all in the space of a few heartbeats. It was incredible. He moved like a dancer, grace and power and constant motion. Seeing him changed my life. Woke up something in me I don't fully understand yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but Salarian lives are too short to waste as custodians, especially when there's so much else out there. I'm going to find something that lets me capture what I saw in him, that beauty, that aesthetic perfection. I'm also going to buy some nice clothes. So if you could tell him that, or just whatever parts that you think is appropriate, I'd appreciate it. Sincerely, Jared. Well, good luck buying nice clothes, I guess. I wonder if Jared is going to become a Salarian dancer or something. And lastly, thank you from Leslie. I am Leslie. I was on air. The food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do it. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I'm getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I'm not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take away my words. He can't make me not me anymore. Because you and Jacob stop him. Thank you, Leslie. Alright. Well, that was a lot of things to read. Nice references to the first game and to some previous missions. But let's talk to Joker about our new party member.
It's great to see Tali on board, Commander, just like old times. It is her, right? I mean, because with the mask, it's... Ah, never mind.
Maybe? Probably.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alright, so, we know that Thane wants to speak with us, and we should speak with Tali, so... First of all, let's go to engineering. Talizora Vasnima is there. And she would be in engineering, but actually while we're heading to engineering, let's talk to Zaid. It's been a while.
Back for another lesson. Collectors and Protheans. It's all above my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
I think he already said that.
Joker handled himself well. Should have come back here and got a real weapon. Still, did real well for a kid with glass bones. Pretty sure I'd be laid up in bed if I were him.
I don't know. The only weapon here is this thing, and it's kind of broken.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
I should go. Alright, and... there we go. Tali's right there.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus. They know how to build ships. The Normandy's running even better than before. I don't know if it can stand up to a collector attack, though. I'm researching some ideas that might help.
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
Definitely. With the right supplies, I can fortify our shields. The collectors cut through the Normandy's barriers immediately last time. My upgrades might give us a better chance.
Yep, so we now got multicore shielding, Cyclone's shield tech. So now we have a cannon, heavy armor, and shielding. I'm still not going to researching these just yet.
Let me know if you get the components for the shield enhancements. We'll need them against the collectors.
Is the new Normandy giving you any trouble?
Please, Shepard, I'm a Quarian. Give me a chunk of scrap metal, a circuit board, and some element zero, and I'll have it making precision jumps. I was worried about working with Cerberus engineers, but they know what they're doing, and they've been very polite.
Tali, are you sure you didn't get too much of an infection on Haestrom? Because those Cerberus engineers that are treating you well, they're in your mind. They don't exist.
Have you got time to talk?
They don't exist.
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haestrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
Well, nice to see that Tali is still the exposition person, just like in the first game. I think we already heard this from the first game, for that matter.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
Nope, not at all.
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tali? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
So you ordered the listening devices and tracking beacons that are all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
Well, at least that argument doesn't fly with her.
I caught some tension back on Freedom's Progress, and again when he first came aboard. What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Edena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet. I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an enemy of the Quarian people.
Mass Effect Ascension. That's another cue to go read that. And I don't trust them indeed.
I fully expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Alright. So, next up, Thane asked to speak, so let's go speak with Thane. Frozen targets, you say? Was he again? Here.
Shepard.
Thane?
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things. I had a family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night, no final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
How long has it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
It's... I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music. Old. Unfashionable. Kolyak jumps into the room. My father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads. Tugs my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
Perfect memories. That's how they call it.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
Well, that's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
That's very metaphysical. And that's the actual option there also. But let's not be mean.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know why he would accept the task.
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
Maybe he name-dropped you to get hired.
It's possible, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. My name. He should not respect it.
What made him go to the Citadel?
Years ago, I prepared a package for him. A relic of my ill-spent life. I had Volus bankers store it, and arranged for delivery when I died. He acquired it early. I don't really know how. I did wet work on the Citadel around the time his mother died. That may be why he went there.
Thane, I don't have your contacts and I don't have your tracking skills. Why do you need my help for this?
I don't need your help, I want it. The last time I saw my son, they wrapped her body in sea vines. Weighted it with stones. He tries to pull from me. Calls for her. The Hanar lift her off the platform. They sing like bells. The fire has gone to be kindled anew. He begs them not to take her away. They let her body slide into the water. He hits me. Don't let them. Stop them. Why weren't you? Rains. It always rains on Kaje. Warm water pours down his face.
I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Perfect memory. It is sometimes a burden.
Alright, well, if we have time.
When there's a chance, we'll stop at the Citadel. But more than one person will die if we don't stop the collectors.
Yes, of course. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Alright. We will go do that, but not right now. What we are going to do right now, however, since we've had to deal with Geth now, how about we deal with more Geth?
Shepard, Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
Can you give me a quick rundown of the situation?
The heretics have prepared a weapon that will rewrite all Geth to join the old machines, the Reapers. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
You know where this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the Terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
I won't let them brainwash your race, especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations.
Well, prepare quickly because that's where we're going next. And, the Haste mission was surprisingly easy considering the ammo power that we got from Zaid. So, I figure let's not take Zaid for this mission, especially since now we got a crew member that maybe is more suitable to comment on what is going on with the Geth. Actually, there is a direct connection. That's pretty cool. And I need some more probes, apparently. And we have also more Geth. But let's first go help Legion and then deal with other Geth. Oh wow. This is in dark space. Kind of. Inter-solar space. That is very unusual. And that looks really awesome. Heretic Station. Once called Heritar by the Quarians, this space station was stripped of its useful technology by the fleeing migrant fleet when they left the Perseus Vale 300 years ago. Little more than a cold metal superstructure floating in the void, the station was removed from star charts by 2050 CE. Scans indicate the station was reconstructed and upgraded in a massive effort that must have taken at least 10 years, implying that there may have been some Geth outside the Veil before their infamous attack on Eden Prime. Needing little but a fuel source, it could have been hidden here for much longer without attracting attention from the barren worlds around Tasra or the clueless Elcor in the Selahiel system. Heretic Station, as Legion refers to it, is home to a Geth data core, capable of broadcasting vast distances through tight beam projection. Approximately 6.6 million copies of Geth software are stored in the station, the majority of which are kept bloodless in servers and downloaded to Legate platforms when needed. The station's population of Legate platforms is approximately 2.4 million. Alright, 20 kilometers in length, 11.3 in width and height, exterior armor thickness 8 meters, weight 1.55 billion metric tons, population 6.6 million copies, 2.4 million platforms, 1 million of which are in storage. Well, that sounds lovely. Let's dock. And yes, so we have to take Legion, obviously. And now our squad selection screen is getting quite complete. We're only missing the Justicar. And Tali also has AI hacking. And energy drain eventually, and a combat drone. So actually, they're kind of interchangeable, oddly enough. And I have 3 squad points. I don't think I need more throw, that's the thing. Nor do I need more cryoblast, so let's go with warp. Legion can use more combat drone, I guess. And Tali can effectively get the exact same thing. So, combat drone. Yeah, hacking. Korean machinist. Sharpens Tali's combat skills and weapon damage. Lengthens her power duration. So she has the same class as before. Now, Korean engineer or Korean mechanic. Tali is operating at peak efficiency, increasing the duration of her powers. Modest cybernetics and immune enhancers increase her health. Or Tali's expertise in engineering firearms of all kinds increases her weapon damage. Modest cybernetics and immune enhancers increase her health. So it's either more weapon damage or more power duration. So drones and hacking would have more duration. Well, I will probably only take her on missions where we have to deal with synthetics. So actually, power duration isn't that bad of an idea. Yeah, let's go with that. Core engineer. And then everything else goes into AI hacking. So area AI hacking. I think in this case this would be useful. Since I already have someone with improved AI hacking, let's try to differentiate that a bit and use that. Yeah. Okay. And let's not forget to change our weapons around. So Tempest is okay, but it's very inaccurate. Damage 14 per shot. Shuriken has more damage per shot. It has less of a bullet storm, but rate of fire 700 and 1000. But I think it's more controlled, so I might as well use that. And the hand cannon. I think the arc projector is still a good option here. Then Legion can use the Geth pulse rifle, obviously. 10.8 per shot. And his sniper rifle. Tali is a shotgun user. Yeah, go with the Eviscerator, and it's better to have a Predator heavy pistol here because the other one is quite like a shotgun already. Alright, that should be good. Let's go.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed. Alert. This facility has little aerogravity. Geth require neither.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard, Commander. We concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any time. Our arrival was timely.
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
They're just machines.
If this were an organic race, it might be an ethical problem. Geth aren't like organic life. Don't apply our morality to them.
That is logical.
You agree with that?
No two species are identical. All must be judged on their own merits. Treating every species like one's own is racist. Even benign anthropomorphism. The minds of both forms of life can be shaped. Organics require time and effort. With synthetics, replacement of a data file is the only requirement.
Okay, well that's interesting. Also, we see enemies. I can save. So let's save. And that will be all for now. Except let's also read a bit more of the Codex. Do we have anything useful? A bit.
Humans detected Aiea as the Drell homeworld of Rakana, once teemed with life. Its arid plains home to spectacular insect and reptile analogs. But the Drell took to industrialization early and did not realize the extent of the environmental damage they caused until it was too late. With their topsoil depleted and oceans too acidic to sustain life, the Drell were situated for a massive population crash by 2025 CE. It was then the Hanar stepped in, mounting a large-scale rescue operation to bring Drell to the Hanar homeworld, Kajay. As wars erupted over what resources remained on Rakana and billions began to die, approximately 375,000 Drell escaped in the Exodus. To repay their debt, the Drell entered into an agreement with the Hanar. Called the Compact, it states that the Drell would assist the Hanar with tasks the Hanar cannot physically perform. Today, high-ranking Hanar are frequently inseparable from their Drell attendants.
Yep, the Compact. Alright, and I guess we have things like starships, dreadnoughts, but I think we've already read that. At present, the Turian fleet possesses 39 dreadnoughts, the Sire 20, and the Solarian 16. Each of the human alliance's 8 dreadnoughts is named for terrestrial mountains. Everest, Fuji, Elbrus, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, Aconcagua, and Orizawa. There might be more dreadnoughts than there were in the first game. And frigates. I'm pretty sure we read about that also. Yeah, Wolfpack flotillas indeed. So, we're done with the Codex. Again, for the time being. So, next time, we will continue heading inside this space. See you then. Later.